Hey everyone, Julianne Condia here. I'm so excited that you are a part of this Rock the Business training. Not only are you learning from the best, they are giving you the gold nuggets of this business. They know exactly what they're talking about. And you know what? A lot of us can absorb a lot of information. We know exactly what we need to do, but what we tend to forget is the action taking. So this lesson, Rock Your Power Hour, is vital. And the reason it's vital is because action is the thing that's going to move your business forward. So what I want to do is I want to show you exactly what I do in my power hour. So busy people, stay-at-home moms, whoever you are, I promise you, you can make this work in your day. I think about my coach, Morgan Brill. She does power pockets. So she breaks up her power hour throughout the day so she can get it done. But at the end of the day, she gets it done. My number one tip when it comes to crushing your power hour is making sure that you're tracking your business. I think you would be really surprised thinking you're getting all the things you need to do done, but you're not. That's what I have found anyway. If I don't track my business, I realize that I'm falling short in some areas. So I really encourage you to find a tracker that works for you. If you are doing the Rockstar tracker, awesome. I know that there is the Diamond Daily, and this is the one that I use. My team also uses an Emerald Daily, a regular Power Hour sheet. The cool thing is you have a resource in this group, but also talk to your sponsor, talk to your upline, ask them what they use. But my favorite that I've used is the Diamond Daily. I track my business every single day, and I'm just going to show you exactly what I do to get it done. First and foremost, I'm not distracted. When I am working on a part of my tracker, I'm in. That is what I'm focused on. So if I'm working on challenge groups, I'm not answering messages in my inbox. If I'm inviting, I'm not working on my challenge groups. If I'm inviting and sending messages and following up, I'm not creating a social media post going back and forth, if that makes sense. So for me, whatever subject I'm working on and part of my power hour, that is what I do. So I love to break up my power hour into segments. So for example, if I'm adding friends to my network, I'm going to spend 5 minutes on that, but I'm going to show you exactly what I do to add friends to my network. It's super easy. It's something that I have taught my team to do, and I really think that it's going to be easy for you to implement as well. So for my adding friends to my network, I add at least 10 friends a day, and I've been doing that for 3 years, and that is that getting over that fear of I don't have enough people to help, or I'm going to run out of people. You won't if you keep adding to your network, if that makes sense. I think I started this business with 360 friends, and now I have a much bigger network just because of simply adding friends. So this is what I do. Super easy. Really, I just think like this is going to be the thing that is just going to make you not overthink it. I think some of us are like, well, what if someone responds and asks how I know them? I'll help you with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the birthdays, and I'm just going to click a name. And I'm going to make sure they're not a coach. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to their friends list. And then I am going to add people that have 10 or more mutual friends. So then when I do that, sometimes I max out actually. Oh, that was three mutual friends, but that's okay. But typically I would just do 10 or more mutual friends. And I'm not even thinking about it, you guys. I'm not like, oh, are they going to think this is weird? They don't have to add me back. Oh, look, I maxed out at 1,000. So I have 1,000 friend requests that have been sent out that have not been accepted. I can get rid of those later. When I do that, and then whoever accepts my friend request, so I'm going to go to my page and click friends. So I'm setting a timer. I'm doing this within 5 minutes. I'm going to go to recently added. And then with my recently added friends, I am going to go to add to another list. And I make a list of people that are new to my network, and I'm going to put them, since it's July, I'm going to put them in July 2017, if that makes sense. Add list. I'm going to go to July 2017, and I'll show you exactly why I do this. Sometimes I put new coaches on here, and I'll just filter it later, if that makes sense. So how I would make a friends list, if you just hover over the friends, then I'm going to hit July. If I scroll down, you are going to see, so right here, if I scroll down, add to another list, You can type it in right here, and I can even put in August 2017, if that makes sense. I should spell it right. And then I'm going to hit enter. That is not an August 2017 friend, so I'm not going to. And if I want to unmark her, I just click it again. But I'm going to put her under that, if that makes sense. So, and then Josh, he's a new team member of Team Happy and Fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put him Coach Happy and Fit so that I know. This is what's really cool about this. I can do a couple of things with it. I am a huge fan of event pages for my challenge groups. I'm a cold inviter, meaning I would rather mass invite people, and then when they click going, I can message them specifically on the boot camp or my challenge group. So right here, there's 104 people going and 42 people interested. I could go through that, see the ones that I invited, and then send them a message and say, hey, I see that you clicked going to my boot camp. I would love for you to get more information, and then go from there. So this is what I really love about making friends list, is that I can put these people to come to my event page. So then I'm going to send an invite to them, which is really cool, right? So then through my event page, I will have new friends that have been added to my network already getting invited to a boot camp that I have. So that's something simple that I do. So that is adding to my network. That is how I do it. If someone says and messages me, hey, how do I know you? And honestly, you guys, it's like 1 out of 150 people do this. I've gotten it a couple of times. I just say, oh, I noticed we had mutual friends. I'm just on a mission to empower people to become healthier and happier, and just have this goal of brightening people's news feeds. And if they accept me, they accept me. If they don't, they don't. I'm just going to move on, if that makes sense. So that is going to be added to my network. Again, every single day, I typically do the 10 or more mutual friends. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to message people, and I just want to start building relationships. So I try to build probably 10 new friendships each day, or at least message people that it has nothing to do with Beachbody. So what I'm going to do, instead of writing on someone's wall, I'm going to send a message. So this is how I would do that. I'm going to hover over Ashley. I'm going to go to message. Hey, Ashley, happy birthday. I bet you want to make this the best year yet. What are you doing for your special day? I'm just going to send it. I'm not even going to think about it. And the really cool thing, you guys, about adding to your network, one day I had 25 birthdays. So it's 25 people that I can message and build relationships with. So I'm going to go through that, but I'm going to send about 10 messages to people, if that makes sense. The next thing I'm going to do is and you do not have to do any of this, I'm just showing you how I've built a 5-star elite team, how I've built a 5-star elite business. And this is what I do in my power hour. I really don't think that there's a secret to this success thing, and I just really want to be transparent with you in what I do. So what I'm going to do is I went to my newsfeed, and I am going to click on friends list, and I'm going to have a goal to comment and like on 10 people's posts, because here's the deal. If I want people to comment and like on my posts, I should be commenting and liking on their posts, but I get very distracted in the newsfeed, so I don't want to get distracted in the newsfeed. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to show some love, and some are coaches in here, which is totally fine. And then I might comment on some, but you get the idea. What workouts are you doing? That's all I'm going to ask. And then I'm going to keep going. And then I'm in and I'm out, if that makes sense. I feel like I've been doing my power hour for 5 minutes and I got a lot done. So how I am going to invite people besides using my event page, which you guys, I make a new event page every single month, a month before my challenge group starts, if that makes sense. So with the Shift Shop, we're doing our challenge group July 24th. I have my event page up and going, and I invite people every day to that. So here's another thing that I do. I'm going to go to my recent posts and I'm going to see if anyone is a coach and if they're not. So I am going to hover over Emily and I'm going to say, hey, Emily, how are you doing? I just want to say thank you for liking my post about high-waisted pants. You guys, I cannot spell. It's the business. It's the real thing. There we go. I really appreciate your support. How are you doing? And then I'm going to send that. Sometimes I'll send, hey, have you ever considered doing what I do, after I compliment her for liking my stuff, if that makes sense. So I'll show you an example of that. So as I'm scrolling, some are coaches, so you just have to go through that. So I am going to send a message to Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay, thank you so much for liking my high-waisted pants post. I really appreciate the love and support. I truly just want to help empower others to own their story and not live in shame. Oh, and then I'll say, have you ever considered doing what I do? You really inspired me by simply showing love on my post. I'm also wanting to write in here, how are you doing? And then I'm just going to send it. So that's how I would send an invite. I do that. That's predominantly what I do, which is really cool because based on the amount of times you post, if you post 3 to 5 times a day and you have quality content, people are going to join you, if that makes sense. So that's how I invite you guys. It's really simple, but I also work from a list of people that I always follow up with for my dream team list. I'm trying to get this up and going. For some reason, my posts are not coming up. That's fine. If I go to this one right here. So this is an invite I did on social media, and I could go to my likes right here and then go through them again. Yeah, I'll show you. This girl was interested once before, so let me see what she says. Hey, sister, thanks for showing love on my shift shop post. Are you still wanting a spot in my challenge, in my boot camp? How are you? What are you doing this weekend? Let me see what it said last. She is afraid of social media and people being judgmental, and I just really want to help her. So what's really cool is I want to show you guys this conversation. I said, hey, how are you? Thank you for commenting on my post today. No response, you guys. That was in May. Then in June, hey, thanks for taking the time to like my transformation post. Second time she liked my post and she didn't say anything. And then the next day I said, hey, you're amazing. Thanks for all the love. How are you? That was my third follow-up without any response, you guys. I think it's really important to see this. Most people would stop, but I didn't. And then she said, oh, absolutely, I'm really glad to say anything. Progress is progress, and it should be noticed and noticed, or noted and noticed. Good, I'm doing a transformation process, all the stuff. So how cool that I followed up with her. Then I went right to a voice message and I probably just built her up and said, have you ever considered doing what I do? Or I probably asked her specifically on what she's doing. And then I said, I think it takes time. I for sure change little things at a time. Oh, this is where I threw in the invite after I built the relationship. have you ever considered doing what I do? I just can't see how much confidence you have with your workouts. You can inspire so many people. You guys, it's not creepy. It's specific and it's empowering, if that makes sense. And then we're just talking. And again, she's someone that I have to follow up with a little bit more than maybe another person who would respond right away. So I'm not going to give up on her. She's going to always go on my follow-up list. She always likes my posts, and she needs this. She needs more self-confidence, and she needs this community. I'm convicted of that, so I'm not going to just let her walk out of my life. Like, I'm going to be very intentional with every single month following up with her, if that makes sense. So that's what my invites look like. I spend the majority of my power hour sending out messages to people to build relationships, the happy birthdays, or think about it, if someone gets engaged or gets married or buys a house, gets a new dog, a lot of people will comment on their posts. Well, what you should do is you should comment on their post, but you should also send them a private message and say, hey, congratulations on the new house. What area of Milwaukee are you living in? And start building that relationship there. When you start to communicate more other things than just Beachbody, they're going to trust you. People want to know you, and then they're going to start to like you, and then they're going to start following you, and then they're going to join you. Does that make sense? When you can start doing that, it's going to build that strong relationship. So my social media is really important to me because I really like attraction marketing, meaning a lot of people come to me. They either like or comment or send me a message because my social media is actually speaking to them. So after my messages that I send out to people, after invites that I do, and you guys saw exactly how I do that, I am going to work on a social media post. And I talk about 6 different things. I talk about freedom. You all are CEOs. You're all coaches. You are all business owners. Even if your paycheck is not reflecting the amount of money you want to have with this business, you're still a CEO. So when you can start owning the freedom part of it, or I love that I can have a business that I can work anywhere. Like, when you start talking like that, people are going to be really interested in what you're doing. I talk about food. I talk about faith. I talk about fitness. I talk about family. And those are the main things that I talk about on social media, but I really want to bring a message to people that speaks to them. Here's one that I made about an hour ago, and it says, anyone else thankful for high-waisted pants? Oh my goodness, you guys. And this is something that I just want you to know is that we're good. Is that I don't always have the best social media. Does that make sense? So my social media is either on point, or sometimes I'm struggling with it. So I always have to have gut checks of, like, I need to make sure that I have quality social media out there and that I'm not just posting to post. So a lot of times I do the stop, drop, and selfie. I love to be in reflection mode. I love to think about who I was, who I am, and where I'm going. So today, when I was working out, I was noticing my pants in the mirror with my stomach. And because I noticed it, and because it was a thought that went through my head, I knew right away that that's what I needed to post about today. And I think it's really easy when we're feeling insecure, or we're noticing something about ourselves, or whatever, that we'll just be like, nah, I can't post that. But honestly, that's what's going to connect with your people the best. So here is a side-by-side of my pants and then them over my stomach. And I said, anyone else thankful for high-waisted bottoms? I have to keep it real with you. What you see on social media is 90% of the highlight reel. Think about it. What do you post on social media? You post the pretty pictures, the ones with good angles, until someone tags you with the worst possible picture, but thankfully you can edit the settings so no one can see it. The statuses are ones full of big moments, raises, loans paid off, engagements, pregnancy announcements, new homeowners, etc. It's all the good stuff. Well, my job is to show you the good and the not so glamorous stuff. Why? Because I'm on a mission to help you own your truth instead of only finding yourself beautiful hiding behind people in photos, sucking it in, or only using pretty filters on Snapchat as your main pictures. We are better than that. Anyway, here's a picture of me with my shorts pulled up over my stomach, and one picture of them where they're supposed to be. The beauty in growing each day is that you truly get to love every flaw and obstacle. It doesn't make it easy, but it's brought me so much freedom. So yes, with coaching, you post on social media and you get to show others what's possible. So that's going to speak to my friend Lexi, who's nervous to join me. That's going to speak to people who love high-waisted pants. That's going to speak to people who are nervous about joining Beachbody because of social media. And this is going to speak to the people who are only posting the good stuff and have a hard time facing their flaws. So I just spoke to a really good specific audience here, and I'm really, really proud of that. Here's another one that I took. If you notice, I love to be in my pictures, and this one is just about goals. Do you ever wonder how in the world it's already July? Whoa, time goes by fast. There are times I wish I could hit the pause button, and there are times I wish I could hit rewind or fast forward. July is going to be an amazing month. We have the largest Beachbody event happening in New Orleans, and then we have a family reunion in upstate New York. I'm really excited to spend quality time with a lot of wonderful people. Since it's July, how are you feeling about your goals you set for yourself in January? I'm feeling pretty great, but I know what it's like to start and stop. I know what it's like to quit, and I know what it's like to not follow through. I'm here to tell you that I have this goal. This goal is to help you get started right. This goal is to help you not chase quick fixes. This goal is to help you change your life. I'm looking to mentor 3 women this month as a coach. Listen, I didn't know anything about coaching when I first started, but man, oh man, it's changed my life in so many ways. If you are nervous and scared, it's normal. Typically, we shy away from the things that we are fearful of because we don't want to fail or look weird. I'm here to tell you that so much of my best experiences have happened because I simply faced fear right on. Happy July, my friends. Let's make it the best one yet. So you guys, be in your picture and share a story. Don't share someone else's story. Share yours and own your truth. It's going to make such a difference. Here's another one. Stop, Drop, and Selfie was last night. It's movie night. And then I was like, I have food next to me. I have a boxer next to me. And I have my husband, right? This is life. That's what's up. How did he talk me into watching Rogue One? Eric got me chocolate. He knows what he's doing. And that's just a simple one I made about my lifestyle that has nothing to do with coaching, but it still works. And here's one about my faith. I told you of all the things that I talk about, and this is from yesterday. And then here's my invite to a challenge group. So as you can see, I'm sharing my life, I'm sharing my business, I'm sharing my husband, we're dog watching, I'm sharing Nevaeh. And here is an invite that I made for a challenge group. Stop your scroll, the party is starting. Registration is finally open for my Shift Shop Bootcamp. Y'all, this program changed the game for me. The nutrition plan is easy to follow and sets you up for success. I'm in the best shape of my life because of this program. So if you haven't done the Shift Shop yet, and it comes out later in July, so maybe some of you have done the test. I was in the official test group. But just because I was in the official test group doesn't mean that you can't talk about it. Talk about why you're excited. Talk about why you need this program, right? Here's the deal. I'm a blunt person, and I like just flat out saying it. I try not to walk on eggshells or tiptoe around things. I want people to know this is exactly what's going to get. This is how much it is. And then therefore, I got a message yesterday. Someone's like, I'm in. Where's the link? Because she already knew it was $160 because I said it on my social media. Here's the deal. But this is not salesy because I share my heart, and just wait. Here's the deal. It's 3 weeks. We have been doing it together. We will be doing it together. Everyone in the group will be doing this for the first time besides me. I will help you prep and prepare so you feel confident, meal prepping, measurements, Q&A, etc. 1 shake a day, your choice on the flavor. Week 1, 25-minute workouts. Week 2, 35-minute workouts. Week 3, 45-minute workouts. Chris Downing will empower you through each workout, and the time will fly by. Trust me. You will lose weight if you have weight to lose. You will tone up. You will be motivated. You will be supported. You will get stronger, and you will feel like a different person. When I did the official Shift Shop test group, I was nervous and excited. So this is me sharing my story. So talk about your story with starting a challenge group. I had never completed a meal plan before, and I stuck to it 100%. The environment of the group is fun, inspiring, and motivating. Everyone will be doing the same workouts, eating the same meals, and on the same page. How to register. You will be getting the All Access Challenge Pack. I'm telling people what they're going to do. I'm not saying, well, do you, right? I'm telling them this is what they're going to do. And 1 month of Shakeology. As soon as you get that, you'll be added to the boot camp. We are beginning to prep for this program. It's launching in July. The All Access will give you every single workout program ever created by Beachbody, over $7,000 in value for $30 with 1 month of Shakeology for $130 for non-coaches. Also, 30-day money-back guarantee. If you hate this, you won't. Bonus, the first 3 people will be getting a meal prep container as a gift. You guys don't have to do that, all right? But make this your own. This is what I have. This is what I use. I'm showing people that I drink Shakeology and I have the All Access. I've been drinking Shakeology for 3 years. I have been following workouts with Beachbody since starting. The All Access is new and it's a freaking steal. I added up all my workouts I purchased before this Netflix fitness came out, and it was over $500. For those of you who have joined with the All Access, you have it so good. We had to buy this individually. I am pumped. Yes, you can afford it. Yes, you have the time. Yes, you have no regrets getting in the best shape of their life. I have 10 spots available starting right now. And then in the comments, I just shared all these transformation pictures. So then people could see how the Shift Shop was working. So that's what I do with my social media. I really try to get in the heads of people. I'm like, what do they need to hear? They need to hear about overcoming flaws. I think about my own flaws and insecurities and then post about it. Don't post to post. Don't be salesy. Don't be a walking ad for Beachbody. Be a walking ad for your life. And be in your pictures. Share the real stuff, not just the glamorous stuff, if that makes sense. And then posting in the team page, if you don't have your own team page yet, it is your responsibility to connect with other people in the team. For me, I didn't know anyone when I started Beachbody. So this is what I suggest. In your team page, so my team page is Team Happy and Fit, I really, really, really encourage you to like 5 pictures and then post once in your team page a day, or comment on some welcoming new coaches or whatever, showing support to other people, because the community is what the game changer is for me, and I know it's the game changer for so many people, and it's going to help you feel more like a leader. It's going to help you get connected to other people. So that's where I would start if you don't have a team page, is make sure that you're present in it, that you could post your sweaty selfie and say, who else worked out today? Post your pictures below. You can post a motivational quote. You can post a fun recipe that you made. But I really think it's really important and part of your power hour to connect with the team. But do the thing you don't want to do first, which is invite and message people. I just shared with you how I did that, right? So make sure you do that first and then get into your team page, and only spend about 5 minutes doing that. And then my last thing that I do is work in a challenge group. So for my challenge group, I can do a few different things, and this is how I'm going to start it. So I am going to go to my challenge, and then I'm going to comment, and I'm going to like on post, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to send a message to my challengers and just say, hey, how did your week go? How are you doing? I just had a challenger message me that she had lost 10 pounds. So under my tracker where it says work in challenge group, I'm also going to make her a shout out. And if in my time frame of 15 minutes doing this, if I've already commented and liked and messaged, then I'm going to spend time planning and preparing ahead of time. So my next challenge group is the Shift Shop. I'm going to make sure I'm making graphics for that. I'm getting all the content ready. And the really cool thing about working on your challenge groups every single day is that you're going to be ahead of the game. So every time my challenge group officially starts, I have everything done for it. And then when my challenge group starts, I get to work on my next one. So because the Shift Shop is coming together, I'm getting all of the preparations ready for that. I'm going to start thinking about my August group and start inviting to that as soon as my Shift Shop one works. So something you can do to work on your challenge group, set up the page for it, right? Or in the tracker, I set up an event page. I work in different ways. Another thing that I've done in my tracker hour is make the graphics for my challenge groups. So right here, here's a graphic that I've made, and this was just strictly during my power hour time. So I'm not spending time outside of my time for my challenge group, if that makes sense. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend about 15 minutes doing that as well. And then that is it for mentoring a PS or downline coach. If you don't have a downline coach to mentor, you can reach out to challengers or support a friend, or again, you could simply give another coach a shout out in the team page that you've been following and that you feel really inspired by. You guys, just trust me when I say this whole coaching thing can be a little overwhelming and intimidating, but just baby steps, okay? The first thing I ever wrote down as a coach is slow and steady wins the race. And over time, I just got better. The invites got better. Sending out friend requests got better. And I became more confident with it. But you just have to start somewhere. So for social media, I try not to think too much on it. I just think, stop, drop, and selfie. How am I different when my alarm goes off and I'm about to work out? Would I have worked out 3 years ago? No, I would have hit snooze. I'm going to make a story about that, right? Or something in my power hour or in my personal development. I mean, if I hear a quote, I'm going to make a post with my picture and share a quote and then make a post about it. And then I just want you to know that your power hour is super important to your business. But a lot of the stuff on the power hour is the fun stuff. And I just really encourage you to do the stuff that scares you the most on your power hour. So if that's inviting, if that's following up, if that's social media, that's what you should start with. And then do everything else after that, if that makes sense. Let me know what your questions are. I'm here to help you. And I just cannot wait for you to finish this training. Thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you later.